Hello everyone, welcome back to Math Freak channel. So today we're going to be talking about how to find equation of a line from two points. So for our first example number 1, we're gonna take 3, 3 as one set point and 4, 5 is the other set point. So the first thing that we do is always label these. Okay, so I always label these as ones, the first set of points as ones. So I call this x1, call this y1, call this x sub 2, call this y sub 2. We know that equation of a line is y equals mx plus b. Okay, we know that y equals mx and b. Okay, so we know that b represents y-intercept, and we know that m represents slope. Okay, we know that in order to find slope of a line, we have the formula, which is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Alright, basically going to the analogy of rise over run. Very good. Alright, from looking at our points, and from these points, we're just gonna plug and chug here. So we're gonna do y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So in our case it will be 5, y sub 2 5 minus 3 will be m equals 5 minus 3 over, in our case x sub 2 is 4, 4 minus 3 is, alright, so 5 minus 3 is 2 over 1, which is in fact 2. Very good. So we're not done here yet, so we still need y-intercept. So y-intercept in our case, so y-intercept, so in order to find y-intercept, we need two things. So number 1, we need slope, which we found already, and we need number 2, a point. So we have already found a slope in our case, which is 2. We still need to find a point, but in reality we don't have to find a point. We can just use one of our old points. We can use either 3, 3 or 4, 5. It doesn't matter, I'll give you the same answer. Okay, so in our case I will go ahead and use 3, 3 and 2 as my slope. Okay, so going back to equation of a line, it equals y equals mx plus b. So this is x1, y1. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and plug these in. So we're gonna plug 3 for x1, 3 for y1, and 2 for the slope. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 equals 2 times 3 plus b. We know that this equals 6 plus b 3. Moving this to the other side will be negative 3 equals b. Now the last step is to go ahead and put all the information into the equation of a line. So it would be y equals mx plus b. So when we're putting all the information in, we don't put anything in for y because it represents equation of a line, obviously. So it will be y equals, we know that our slope is 2. We also don't plug anything for x, so x and y, v. Do not plug in any number. Okay. So, and we know that our y-intercept is -3. So there you have it. That's our equation of a line. Okay. All right, let's look at another example. Let's look at, let's say we have two new points now. Let's say we have -3, 4, and -4, 5. Okay, so we know that equation of a line, as we talked in the previous example, is mx plus b. First things first, always put labels for each number: x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead solve for slope. The formula for slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1, x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay. Alright, so m equals y sub 2 is 5, y sub 1 is 4. Okay, 5 minus 4 would equal 1. And we have -4 on the bottom minus, I'm gonna put it in parentheses so we don't confuse ourselves, -3. So this will equal -1, which in fact equals -1 for our slope. Okay, now we need two things. We need slope and a point to find y-intercept. So we're gonna go ahead and go with -3 and 4. Okay, so we need equation of a line. Y equals mx plus b. Y is 4. We know the slope is -1, and we know that x1 is -3 plus b. Very good. So this would give us y, apologize, it would be b equals 1. We go ahead and plug that back in to y equals mx plus b. So remember, we don't plug anything for y or for x. Okay, so would stay the same. It would be y equals m, which is -1, x plus 1, which further resolves down to -x.